Alrighty guys, welcome back to My Milsurp. We got the goodies for you today. We got the M1 Garands. I got a regular one right here. So that's normal configuration M1. We got an M1C right here and an M1D. We'll go over the differences between these two and then between these two and that one. So these guys are shooting the 30-06 cartridge. So that's the stuff that replaced the 3040 Krag in 1903. It was actually a 30-03. They changed the cartridge to a Spitzer bullet. 30-06 was what they stuck with. At different ballistics, so it became a different cartridge. Basically, the parent cartridge was that 30-03. We don't need to worry about that today. Just 30-06. We got the end block clips here for you. For these beautiful M1 Garands. Now let's take a look at this guy here. This is a regular M1 Garand. So it's in that regular configuration. Safety on this guy is a little tight because she hasn't been used as much as the others. Actually, one of those is out of the factory, so we'll actually show that. That's pretty cool. We use probably the least of all these. These are grease weapons, so you don't have oil. Grease tends to stay more lubricated than oil does. Also, oil turns into a slurry if you get too much metal in it. So let's just clear this weapon here. There we go. She's good. She's safe. Let's kind of show off everything. See the op rod there and everything. It goes up front into the gas system. This is a gas-operated semi-automatic battle rifle. So this is a real deal here. This shoots that 30-06 like we were saying. The bolt here goes back into this bolt chamber, and you got your end block clip control. I might get some Grand Thumb, but that's the spring that holds your end block clip in and down and pushes your bullets up on that follower. So push that follower down, pop her back, up, and she slides forward. So that's how you would put the end block clip in the same way. We'll kind of show that off when we shoot. And before we do that, clear the weapon. Yep. Okay. Take a look at the M1C here. This one's got what I affectionately call the loudencer on it because it looks like a horn on the end. But it is a flash hider. This one's kind of loose. It may come off while we shoot, so I might not shoot with it on there. I'm not sure if this is a reproduction or not, but we're not going to shoot with her on there at all. I'm going to take her off, and we're going to have her over here. But this is a sniper version of the M1 Garand. See, that scope here is drilled into the side of the receiver, so there's not much going on in that spot of the receiver. As you can see, everything else works just the same way as the other ones do. All that forward, chop rod, got everything, your sight. And then we'll clear the weapon through the scope. This one, I don't know if we can show her off, but the scope is a single point on the inside of that. It's got the shade here so that you don't have the sun gleaming directly onto that optic. And it's got the shade for your eye as well. You can kind of move that around if you need to, but it tends to stay in that kind of general area because you got your adjustments for the rear sight. Now for the fun one. This guy has the original tape on it from the arsenal, so it's the one that was used the least. Excuse me. This guy's got kind of a clamp on it. It holds its optic on, and the shade kind of moves in and out. And it's got a little lock on there. It keeps it from sliding all the way off. Shade on the back. You got the clamp, and as you know, she works the same way as all the other Garands. And I just got Grand Thumb on that one. Whoo! That hurts. Not the first time it's happened to me, but that one's got a much better optic on it. Whew. I was going to turn purple on that one. Look at that. Grand Thumb, baby. I think that might actually be my second or third time ever getting Grand Thumb. I'll have to ice that down when we're done because it's pretty hot out today. Well, let's get shooting. How about it? Make sure my audience has their ears in. We'll pause if we need to. Make sure everybody's ready to rock and roll. He's getting it in there. I don't know if we're still on video or not. Okay. I won't do anything embarrassing then. Looks like everybody's set. We'll lock that back. I'm probably going to get another Grand Thumb. Let's see what happens. And this one, the best way to do it is to keep your hand right here, and you push that down with your thumb. Unfortunately, you have to get your thumb in there. she is not cooperating. Yep, see, she's pinged her right out. Hopefully we get to hear that ping today. I'm going to get some Garand thumb today. There she is. She wants to go forward so bad. Yep, she's in. Oh. Nope. This one is not happy with me. Ah, she went forward. She might need some lubrication, I'm not sure. But we will see what happens to this puppy. I'm going to take some shots. Now I'm going to hit the big target in the middle. The big metal one. We're not going to hit any of those other metal ones because it just shears right through, especially with 30-06. Let's take some shots. Woo. That will rock the hell out of your shoulder. And there's that beautiful ping of an M1 Garand. And so she's clear, and she locks back, and then you're able to grab from your pouch, slide her in, and slide her forward, and that actually went beautifully and nice and smooth. So let's take a look at the M1. Ah, God, that Garand thumb hurts. Whew, I hope I don't get hit again. Now let's take a look at the M1C. Did I do it with the loudenser on the end? She'll probably fly off. Yeah, I didn't think so. And aren't these battle rifles just incredible? Let's lock that back. Get ourselves I'm going to get some Garand thumb today. Of course. There we go. Then it takes knocking her forward. The springs are a little not wore out, but they're kind of tired, if I want to say so. Let's get that safety off. And we'll use that sight there. And we'll see if we can hit. Oh, I definitely hit that. She's damn close. Man, she's hitting so hard, she's knocking my ears out. Ah, maybe we got a failure to feed on that one. You didn't push her all the way in. There it goes. All right. That's why you keep her down range, in case it does that. That one landed right inside. That was kind of funny. As you can see, that end block clip, if you don't have bullets in there, is going to sit. And when it's done, it's going to fling her right out. We drop that one there. We'll go pick up the other one later. We'll set her here. Actually, let's make sure she goes forward. There we go. Haha! Gotcha. Alright, cleared weapon. All set. Let's take a look at this M1D. This one's got a flash hider. Not so much. It's not like that other flash hider, the Loudenser here. I'm going to come on closer and we'll show the difference there. I didn't really look at that one. But see, that's kind of like a flash hider that goes on the end of an M14. Most likely is the inspiration for that flash hider in the M14. So let's take a look here. See how she runs as well. These ones are very special. She's right out of the... This one's been used almost the least. So I'm expecting these springs to be nice and tight. I'm probably going to break my thumb off if I have any issues. Now, you're locked back, so don't you dare. Aha! Got away from it. That's the scary thing. Supposedly you keep your thumb in there and she's not going to lock forward because you're pushing down far enough. But then when you release it, you got to get her out of there quick. Yeah, see, that's not hurting as much now. But boy, I can imagine in war, you get hit like that, you're like, God damn, that hurt. And you know, what the hell are you supposed to do? Alright, this has got that nice cheek riser. He is way off. We need to... Wowzers. Alright, let's just do a little mag dump on this one. Beautiful. I love that ping. Make sure she's clear. Bada bing. Okay. So these M1 Garands. I believe only one of these served in Korea only. But these two here, no, this is a Korean War one. This one is a World War II. She never came out of her box, ended up in Korea, and this one served in World War II. She's been heavily worked on in comparison to the other ones, but boy, does she run beautifully. We're going to run that in the short video, and I'm betting you probably saw these shotguns over here. I'm going to post a video of a kind of a funny novelty in my Remington 870. Novelty shot out of that guy. And then I'm going to post a video about slam firing this guy, because as you can see, this guy will cycle with me holding that back all the way. This is the supposed to be a slam fire version of a clone of an Ithaca Model 37. That would have been a World War I and World War II shotgun. This one's not in that configuration for World War II. But we are going to do one more special thing in honor of Memorial Day and all those men and women who served. I'm going to shoot this 1911 that's on my hip. I love this puppy. This is not a military version of a 1911. This is one of my everyday carries. We'll tend to take a look at her. This one's got a special magazine, holds an extra bullet in there for me. So instead of the 7, I got 8 shots, and you can do it 8 plus 1, and you got 9 total shots. But I don't walk around with her cocked and locked. I probably should. I just don't like the thought of her being like that quite yet. I'm not as confident with this gun as I'd like to be, but we're getting there with her. That's why I'm going to shoot her today. We'll get to the pistol range version of this gun area. The pistol range ranges from about right where that plow is to about where the old railroad ties used to be, which is right next to where my cameraman's standing right now. So let's shoot this 1911 in honor of the men and women who served. This knocks over the stopping power. Love it. As you can see, she's empty. You got that hold open because of the magazine. You load a new one in, and then she should just slam, right forward, and you can get right back to business. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'd like to thank all those men and women who served in our nation's military. We want to thank especially those that died in service of our military. That's what Memorial Day is all about. So I take my hat off to all those men and women. My hair is probably sweaty and gross because it is hot out here. But I take my hat off to all those men and women who served, and especially to those who died in service of our country. So thank you for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Bye.